Hello some pilots, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 2 of take 2 of our tutorial flight in the Inibuilds A350. If you haven't seen episode 1, then make sure you check that out first, where we did the departure from Munich and we started our flight down to Johannesburg, South Africa. It's been about 10 hours or so, 9 hours 23 minutes, and we are back and we're ready for the arrival. So it's time to start planning that. We have about 100 nautical miles to our top of descent. It's been an uneventful 9-hour flight so far. We've had good weather, all systems running perfectly, and it's time to start programming that arrival. So the winds have turned around since we departed, so we are going to be landing to the north. So we've got to head it over to the charts and plan our arrival. For the arrival, we're going to be doing the Avago 2 Alpha arrival, I think it is. Let me just check my naviggraph here. Avago 2 Alpha arrival, so let's pin that there. We'll go through these charts in a second. And the approach is going to be the ILS Zulu 03 right, which is that one over there, and then we can grab the airport chart while we're here. Alright, let's just get rid of this out the way and start and put that into the MCDU. So we have arrival, runway 03 right. The approach is going to be ILS Zulu 03 right. The star is going to be the Avago 2 Alpha arrival. Temporary flight plan. Let's insert that. Let's go to plan mode here, and then let's just brief this arrival. So we step down. It's going to be coming from the north. Let me just zoom out here a little bit. Alright, so coming from the north to Avago, we're going to head towards Johannesburg. Then we head down south, and this wrong line here is because we're going to have radar vectors to final on 03 right. We'll just vector ourselves. And you can see that will match the chart over here. So if we go to the Avago 2 Alpha arrival, we're coming from Avago, we're heading towards the airport. Then we're going to head south, and that line on the MCDU continues down south because we're going to vector ourselves around at 8,000 feet to join the ILS for 03 right. So from Avago 8,000, max 210 knots, down south 8,000, and then we'll vector ourselves just using the autopilot. We'll use heading mode to vector ourselves around onto the ILS. Once we land on 03 right, we're going to vacate the runway to the... Oh, now I got rid of the chart. We're going to vacate the runway to the left, so we're going to be running over here 03 right. We're going to plan to vacate by Romeo Echo, or maybe let's take Romeo Sierra, and then we'll taxi along a hotel. We'll cross 03 left, head down south, and we'll probably park here at Apron A, Terminal A, International Arrivals. So let's also do the FMS. Yeah, we're going to go performance page, the approach, our winds. Now let's do landing performance. Sync from the FMS. So 03 right, sync the weather. Wind is 080 at 10, temperature 23, QNH 1024. Runway condition is dry. We'll do config full. Let's compute that, and we have a stop landing distance of 1959. Alright, so let's do that. So we have winds 080 at 10. So let's go here, wind 080, 10 knots. Outside air temperature we said is 23 degrees. QNH 1025. Barrow, let's check our ILS charts. Five 710. 5710. I'm going to enter that there. Config full, landing speed 135, the approach 140, and that is that set up. Let's set up our brake to vacate. So as we said, we're going to vacate by Romeo Sierra. So if we go to, let's go back to the airport map. Alright, so we are landing over here, 03 right. Let me just zoom out a little bit, see better here. Okay, so we're going to be landing 03 right, and we want to brake to vacate by Romeo Sierra, which is this one over here. So we're going to click on that one. We're going to set brake to vacate exits. We have 3,400 meters. The exit is 2,309 meters. We only need 1,900 meters for stopping, so that's more than adequate. We have a runway occupancy time of 65 seconds. So that is our brake to vacate set. If we click on auto brake there, we have brake to vacate done. Let's remove that. So let's do this approach and arrival into Johannesburg. We have 58 nautical miles to go until our top of descent. So we have no altitude restrictions on the way down, so we're going to go from 410 down to 8,000. Our QNH we said was 1025. And let us descend into Johannesburg. As we approach Chivago, here is our deceleration point, so the aircraft is going to start slowing down to be at 250 knots by Chivago. Alright, there's that point there. So what happens now is the aircraft is going to pitch its nose up, start bringing the speed back to 250 knots. There it is. So 250, there our descent rate is going to decrease, speed is going to decrease. Once we get to 250 knots, the descent rate will increase again and we'll continue the descent down to 8,000 feet. And there you have it, Chivago at 250 knots, or 255 we call it. We're nearly there. Continue the descent down to 8,000. Next deceleration point will be over there, 210 knots. Alrighty, here we are approaching our next deceleration point. To be at 210 knots by Delta 320 Juliet. So as we pass over this, same thing again. Nose is going to pitch up, descent rate is going to decrease, and the speed is going to decrease down to 210 knots. So there it is there. There. Descent rate decreases. Yeah, the speed is coming back. Looks like it might have left it a little bit late. We're slightly below descent profile, so that's fine. Looks like we're about to go through this cloud layer. Bit of a bump there in the clouds. Alright, there we are, 210 knots. Continuing down to 8,000 feet. So we'll continue this way until we get to about there, then we'll take that left turn to intercept the ILS from Charlie India 03 right. A little bit low on the speed. In the broken clouds now. Right, from here we're going to vector ourselves around. So we can set standard. We can set the QNH 1024. So our transition altitude is 9,000. So we're going to go through that any minute now. Anyway, and this is our final heading before we get vectored to final. Once we pass through 10,000 feet, we will do that left turn towards the final. Okay, we can put the landing lights on, seatbelt signs can go on. Landing system can go on. Waiting for that altitude to come down and then we'll make our turn. And Rand Airport should be down there somewhere. So I did my flight training. Alright, that's about fine. Let's go ahead and select heading, swing it around. Don't know why the speed has come back. Let's stay on 210. Continue swinging it around. Just want to bring that speed back. Alright, that should be good enough. 090, we'll intercept it from there. Almost at 8,000. We are still 14 nautical miles away. Let's bring it around a little bit more. There we go, 080, 210 knots, 8,000 feet. And from here we can arm the approach, land 3 single. 12 nautical miles, let's activate the approach phase and start slowing it down. Okay, 180 knots. There's the localizer, there's a glide slope, so we'll wait for that to come in, and then we'll turn automatically. It's a lot more overcast than I was expecting. Okay, there the localizers come in, so we can make that turn. Let's set flaps 1 and continue slowing down. Should have started slowing down earlier actually. Okay, the glide slopes coming in. Let's go flaps 2 immediately. You can lower the landing gear. Continue to slow down. And let's get some checklists out the way. So the approach checklist. Briefing is confirmed. Minimums we have set both. ORF 1024 set both. Checklist complete.
2,500.
Let's go flaps 3. We can assume we've been cleared to land, so we'll do nose wheel out, taxi, ding the cabin. Let's do the landing checklist. Landing checklist. Cabin crew has been advised. Auto throttle is speed. Auto brake. Brake to vacate. Runway condition is dry. Checklist complete. We have armed the speed brakes. Let's go flaps 4. And let's land in Johannesburg. I'm going to keep it on the autopilot all the way down to minimums.
$1,000.
Stable. I feel like it's bouncing up and down a lot.
500.
Continue.
$400. 100 above. Minimum 200. 100. 50, 40,
Right slow.
30, 20, 10, 5,
Floating. What was that? Okay, so brake to vacate. I haven't pushed the brakes. We are going to. Alright, good stuff. So I'll brake from here.
Brake off.
And we will vacate here to the left. And we have made it to Johannesburg. So let me just turn off the runway here. We'll clean up the aircraft and then we will go find somewhere to park and shut her down. Wasn't a bad landing. I'm not sure why the autopilot master warning came on as we landed, but anyway, let me just clear the runway. Alright, we will stop here. Some speed brakes, flaps can go all the way up. Let's get the APU started. Landing lights can go off. We'll start the APU so long so I can get ready for when we get to the gates. The transponder can go off. We can set it to standby. And let us find somewhere to park. So we're going to use GSX for that. We will go ground, GSX menu, apron, alpha. Let's go Alpha 2. Request follow me. No. We'll do South African Airways because why not? And let's get a little bit of speed going so we can get to the parking and call it a day. Alright, so we're going to go up Yankee Hotel. Actually, I'm going to need plan. So we're going to go up Yankee Hotel, probably cross 03 left, and then we're going to go down Alpha to Alpha 2, I think is over here, somewhere there. I think that's Alpha 2 over there by the International Pier. Alright, how long was that flight? It was 10 hours on the dot. 10 hours and 1 minute flight time. From wheels up to wheels on the ground, 10 hours and 1 minute. I know I'm texting a little bit fast, but it's been a long flight. I'd like to get into this gate and call it a day. Alrighty, right here onto Delta. I think it's the third one on the right is going to be Alpha 2. This is Alpha 1, so it's the next one, Alpha 2. Let's see if we've got some sort of parking guidance. too bad of a lineup. Yes, we do. So more right, straight, left, straight, right, 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 left. Come on. Straight, stand 2, right, 45, whoops, slow down, 30 feet. Come on. Straight, 20 feet. Ten feet and too soon. 3, 2, 1, stop. And stop. Alright, nice parking. We're gonna set the parking brake there. The APU is available. Okay, let us shut down the engines. Seatbelt signs can go off. Beacon light can go off. And we can start the deboarding. So we go ground, GS6. Come on. Request deboarding. Jetway will make its way over to us. Door will open. And that is our flight, ladies and gentlemen. 10 hours from Munich to Johannesburg. Full flight in the A350. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Join our Discord. Comment on the video below if you have any questions. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.